What's up, everybody? This is Glam by AM here, and today I'm doing Glam talks here in my room. So I wanted to kind of talk about, I don't want to say a subject that's taboo, but something that definitely people think about and they're probably thinking about right now. Like, someone's probably watching this video like, yes, thank you for making this video, girl. Oh my god, like, I really needed to hear this. And so you guys can see by the title of the video, today's video is going to be about when to know to quit your job. Okay, how do you know that it's time to give these motherfuckers the boot and get the fuck out of Dodge? Okay, when is it time to upgrade yourself, to step into another career, to maybe step into another, I don't know, whole job, or a whole like company altogether? When is it maybe time to step into a new position or a new role within your company? There's so many ways that you could take this video, and so I wrote down a couple points that I want to make sure that I cover with everyone. And like I said, I mean, it's probably somebody out there that is going, through something at their job and they really needed to hear this. It is basically almost spring, so I always call this like spring cleaning. Like, literally, I went through my closet today and cleaned out everything. I'm going to go through all my makeup and clean out everything. I'm going to go through my whole vanity and clean out everything. Like, literally, I try to like restart my life in spring. And so that is what I am going to be kind of doing with you guys today, but it's more so along the lines of your personal self, your personal improvement. And I'm going to put down below each time I do a new point, it'll be like on the side or here or wherever the hell it pops up at, so that you guys can write it down for your own reference. Okay, so how do you know it's time to quit your job? Okay, so if you pull up to your job, honey, and you just sit in the car and you're like, why the fuck? Why in the hell? Like, you gotta pray and you need Almighty God to give you the strength. Even though I pray, honey, every day I leave out the door. That's not a thing. But what I'm saying is, like, if you just dread going into your job, okay? Point number one, if you dread going into work, it is time to quit your job, okay? Do not sit there in your car. If you got to sit for 5 or 10 minutes because you are just dreading to go in this hellhole of a place, then, honey, it's time to get another job, okay? Number two, when you know more than your boss, and I don't mean like if you have a degree and your boss doesn't, because sometimes some jobs require experience over degrees, but when you know processes better than your boss, or you know numbers, or you know how to figure out things, or you know how to do this project better than your boss, honey, then it's time, it's either time to get your boss fired and get that job that they have, or it's time for you to advance on into your career and move on, okay? It's time for you to get another job. If you know more than your boss, honey, it's time for you to get another fucking job, okay? All right, number three, if you have a horrible boss, so if you have a boss that is two-faced, that will say stuff behind your back, that will put you down in front of other co-workers, that will, go above and beyond to really just make you look like the worst person ever. If they do it to your teammates, it doesn't necessarily have to be to you directly. It could be to the people that are around you, like to your co-workers. Like, if you just have a bad boss altogether that does not show the leadership skills that are necessary in order to lead the ship, lead the ship into the motherland, honey, or just anything to lead the project, to make sure that something gets done on time. If you just have a bad boss, honey, any way, shape, or form, it is time to get another fucking job, okay? Don't go to your boss and start complaining. Like, sometimes that'll get you fired, and I mean, it's kind of hard. We bite our tongues, especially in corporate America. Even though I haven't worked in corporate America in some time, I know just from experience of working in corporate America, like, a lot of, especially women that are in powerful positions, if they don't have a degree, or and you come in and you have a degree, they can sometimes feel a little intimidated. They're a little outdated. They come in there with their mom jeans on, looking the same way they did the last time you saw them, and they not looking cute or whatever. Like, and I'm not saying that is what a bad boss is, but what I'm saying is that could make a boss be bad, is because they feel threatened by you as a person. So make sure you guys keep your eyes open for that. You know, when you are even going into your new job, like, try to find out about the boss, about the people that are higher up. Try to find out about them and how they lead and all that good stuff, because that really can make or break how you succeed within a company. Number 4. No room for advancement. Okay, if there is no room for advancement at your job, honey, then you shouldn't even fucking took that position. Like, there's just no way that I'm gonna take a job, even if I may not necessarily advance to that position, but knowing that it's an option that I may possibly get the job one day, or that I can work towards something, that makes me want to come in and be motivated, for me to want to put out new ideas, meet people, really put myself out there. If you don't have any of that type of motivation on your job, and there's no room for advancement, honey, then it's time to say fucking bye-bye, okay? It's time to say bye-bye. So yes, number 4 is no room for advancement, and that's self-explanatory. If there's no room for advancement, honey, then there's no room for you to be at that company, okay? Number 5, not productive at work, okay? And this is probably a lot of us, and I'm not talking about being tired because you stayed out all night last night and you got drunk, or you came in and you're tired because you had a long night, your kids was up. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you go to work and your ass don't feel like doing shit. If you just sit and you're just looking around at everyone and you're like, girl, I don't even feel like being here. Like, if you're not productive at work, honey, it's time to find another job. When you go to work, you should be motivated. You should be wanting to get your work done. If you work a 9 to 5, you should be working, 9 to 5 with your 30-minute break or whatever. Like, if you're not being productive at work, if you're not making, the numbers because you don't feel like it, not because you can and you're not trying, but because literally you just don't feel like it, because you just don't give a fuck, then it's time for you to find a new job. You need to be motivated and you need to be productive at work. People aren't paying you hourly or salary to do nothing. And I mean, you're just taking up one position that another person could possibly come in and love. So why not do yourself a favor and do someone else a favor and do your happiness a favor by just moving the fuck on and finding yourself a new job. So if you're not productive at work, honey, it's time for you to quit your job, okay? Number 6, are you burnt out at work? Are you stressful? Are you not stressful, but are you stressed out? Are you not feeling very well? Are you feeling sick to your stomach when you go to work? Are you breaking out into rashes and hives? Are you hyperventilating? Does your chest feel closed in when you're at work? Do you feel the room spinning when you're at work? Are you so stressed out at work that your hair is falling out, that you're losing weight, that you're gaining weight, possibly? Like, those things should never happen when it comes to a job. Your job should never affect your health whatsoever. Honey, it's time for you to find a new job. If I'm speaking to you right now, and I'm so serious because, people go to work and they have anxiety attacks from their bosses, from project deadlines, from, not knowing the work, being undertrained, being maybe overtrained and not feeling motivated to do the work. Like, and you just feel like, why am I here? Like, I'm too good for this job. It could be anything, but if your health is suffering directly because of your job, then it is time to get another job. If your health is suffering so bad that you come home and you're sick, you can't walk, you have ailments, and you were a perfect healthy motherfucker a year ago, but a year later, look at your ass now, you're just suffering. It's time to find a new job, boo-boo. Your health, like I said, your health should never ever ever be the issue when it comes to work, as far as your work directly correlating with your health and the work is making your health bad. That should never ever happen, okay? Number 7, your personal life, honey. Are you coming home and you're talking to your husband all night long about your bitch ass boss that is always giving you the runaround work, that is always telling you monkey see, monkey do, but then they're going back and they're doing the one thing they told you not to do and they're doing it. I mean, there's just so many things that, yeah, so sorry guys. So if your personal life is suffering because of your work, and that means lack of sex, are you going home and you're drinking yourself to sleep, it's so many things. Are you losing friends because you're becoming depressed? Like, Like, there's so many people at work that are depressed, that won't tell you. You probably have coworkers that just, you know, come to work and don't have a social life because they're so engulfed in their job and how their job is treating them and all this horrible things, that they have so many horrible things going on in their life. Some people allow their work to affect their personal life, and that's the absolute no. You should never let your job affect your personal life. That should never happen. So honey, if your personal life, if you're checking yourself right now and your personal life is being affected by your job, it's time to say bye-bye, okay? Number 8, is your company losing its stability? So is your company closing stores? Is your company getting rid of higher up management? Is your company condensing? Is your company you know, giving you more workload because they don't want to hire an additional, you know, personnel to do the job? Is your checks bouncing, honey? Let's be real. Are your checks from your job bouncing? Like, are your people paying you on time? Like, all of these things are called company instability. So if your company is showing these signs or any other signs of an unstable company, honey, are they shortening down your 401k? Are they not matching you as much as they used to in the past? Like, there's so many things. The health insurance, is their health insurance changed? Are they going with the cheaper health insurance, honey? Maybe you used to have Blue Cross Blue Shield and now you got Aetna. Who knows? Like, I'm just saying, like, if the company is losing its stability, if you see your company becoming unstable, then it is time to say bye-bye. Do your research. Look at business blogs and business articles. Read, you know, the U.S. Weekly, New York Times, Washington Post. All these things will tell you about companies that are becoming unstable, especially now due to Trump's lack of knowledge of anything ever in life. Like, I mean, the economy, this, that, and the third, jobs. I mean, it's just so many things that could potentially make a company unstable, especially in this day and age. So you really need to stay woke. You need to stay awake, and you really need to be watching out for that. That is one thing that could just tumble right on you, you know, and 2 seconds later you could be looking at getting a letter talking about they're laying you off and they're giving you a severance package, and now you're part of you know, now you're part of the unemployed millions of people in the United States, and now you're also being a contender up against your coworkers, and you're competing in the job market. So if your company is losing its stability, or you see the early signs of it, honey, it's time for you to start looking for a new job and get the hell up out of there, okay? Let me see. Number 9, I got one more. So are you complaining to your coworkers a lot? Do you find that you are, you know, telling your coworkers how much you hate working, how much you hate your boss, how much you hate this chick, this person, that person, this guy, that guy, whatever it could be? If you find yourself complaining to your coworkers, this is self-explanatory, because I know a lot of y'all do it. And I'm not talking about the little bit of gossip here and there that goes on at work. I'm talking about, are you coming into work and you're heavily relying on your coworkers to really talk about things that you're just not happy with within the company? Then it's time for you to find another job, okay? It's time for you to quit, boo-boo. It's time to go. It's time to start interviewing. It's time to start using Indeed. It's time to start using job whatever, like any job search engine. It's time to find another job, okay? You get it. I know you get it. And last but not least, the 10th reason why you need to find a new job, okay? Are you just being left out of the loop altogether? Like, do you feel like, you know, a few months ago, 6 months ago or whatever, that you knew all about the new projects, you know, all about the company news and what's going on, this, that, and the third? Like, if you feel like you are now out of the loop and that no one is including you in, you know, the important stuff, then honey, obviously your job feels like you're just a body and you're not an actual asset to the company. It's time to scoot it and boot it. It's time to go, okay? It's time to get up out of there. You don't want to be faced with, you know, you going in and talking to your boss and your boss is firing you because you didn't read the signs, because you weren't woke, because you didn't keep your eyes open and watch out for that. So make sure, like, if you're sitting here now and you're like, you know what, girl, they did have a project and I didn't know nothing about it, and they used to tell me all about the projects because I used to help a lot. It's time to go. It's time to go. Don't even say nothing. You peep game. It's just time to go, okay? So hopefully these 10 things helped someone out there realize that it's time to quit your job, okay? I mean, like I said, the spring for me is all about self-awareness, self-checking, checking myself, you know, seeing where I need to improve, seeing where things need to be tweaked, tightened, whatever, oiled. You know, your body and your mind is like your car. You know, it has to stay a well-oiled machine in order to work and function every day. And I would be damned if I allow anyone at my job who doesn't pay my bills and who doesn't walk in my shoes every day to affect anything that goes on with this right here, with my well-being, honey. So especially, you know, that number 6, the health suffering, that's so important. You cannot allow your job to mess up your mentality, your mental state, your physical state, your heart, honey. Like, no, you cannot let that shit happen. It's time to go. And even if that means, you know, you have to dig into your deeper self and find out what really makes you happy, it's okay to change careers. It's never too late to make a career change. It's never too late. Even if you've been in a job for 17 years, it's never too late to become uncomfortable, uncomplacent, and to put yourself in an uncomfortable position in order to really push yourself to see where you could possibly go. It's nothing wrong with leaving your job because you want to pursue a better opportunity. Don't feel like you're locked in. And so many people feel so locked in to their jobs, and they feel like, you know, that they owe their job something. You don't owe a motherfucker shit, okay? You don't owe nobody. The only person that you owe in this world anything is God, your mama, and your daddy, and your kids, okay? Those are the only 4 people that you owe in this life. You owe God your tithes and your offerings. You owe him your life and your love. Same thing with your parents. Besides the tithes and offerings, you owe your parents respect, love, and everything else, and you owe your kids your entire life, honey. Those are the only 4 people that you owe a motherfucking thing to. So don't ever think that you owe your job anything, because you don't. And if they make you feel like that you owe them something, you got it. It's time to quit your job. All right. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this Glam Talks. I'm going to be posting this video today. I have so many videos for you guys that I'm going to be doing. I need to record my love and hip hop video, but honey, I did not realize that doing a show recap is so much work, because not only do I have to sit there and really dissect the show and write down notes, I can't really sit back and enjoy the show, because I'm really trying to bring you guys like the little its and bits and pieces of the show and really bring stuff out that maybe you missed or whatever. So I will be doing that. I'm probably going to record that in a second right after I do this video. And yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or you need some motivation, honey, I am here. Don't forget to reach out to me through Instagram, glam by am, glam_by_am_. And yeah, that's it. That's the only platform that I'm on besides YouTube, because I ain't got time for that shit, y'all. I am on Facebook, but I'm not even active on Facebook. I ain't active on no Snapchat. I ain't active on no Twitter. I ain't got time for it. I only have IG and YouTube. I love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye.